Aight, what's going on, guys? Beatbox Blade Slashing here, and today I'm talking about Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. With that being said, let's get started. Hello and welcome to the second annual Video Game Versus, where I look at their story, gameplay, quality, characters, and popularity to find out who will win our second Video Game Versus. Today, our contestants are Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. For this video, I'll be using Mortal Kombat 9 and Street Fighter 2. Now let's begin with the story. MK9 starts off a story with the death of everyone except Raiden and Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn was putting a whooping on Raiden until he decided to send himself a message to the past him to save everything, which ends up working with almost everyone dying again, but you get the point. Now, Street Fighter 2 is about after Ryu's win in Street Fighter 1, everyone wants to fight him, as well as M. Bison and Akuma wants to make him evil, while Ken, not being able to beat Ryu, wants to battle his old rival, and Chun-Li wants to avenge her father. So the story is in a lot of places, but that doesn't mean it wasn't good. Now, let's move on to gameplay. Mortal Kombat 9 is crisp and clean, and your hands just kind of slide right into it. Although playing with the joystick is difficult because you could be trying to enter a move, and you slip and it doesn't work. The D-pad isn't any better because after a while it hurts your hands, and sometimes you can't enter the moves. Street Fighter isn't without its flaws as well, because depending on the system you're playing, in this instance being Super Nintendo, you have to be 100% precise or else the move you want to do won't work. For example, Ryu has different ways to pull off a Hadouken, with each one having different strengths. To do them, you must be precise, and unless you've played him for a while, most likely you won't get it, which isn't the best thing for a fighting game. Let's move on to quality. Both games' graphics are good for the time they came out, and they aren't without glitches. For example, MK9 has glitches where people will just straight up disappear, or they'll do the wrong animation. There's even a glitch for Johnny Cage that gives him an infinite X-ray attack. Now, Street Fighter 2, for being an older game, doesn't have as many glitches, but the ones it does have are pretty notable, such as the glitch where Dalsim can disappear, or a Guile glitch where you can continually do an attack. But to be fair, every game does have their glitches. Now, characters. Let's talk about them. Mortal Kombat has a lot of characters, such as the basics like Liu Kang, Raiden, Johnny Cage, and so forth. And there are characters who are less known, like Sindel, Quan Chi, or Shinnok. All have different backgrounds, but I can't help but feel they're all pretty similar to each other. Street Fighter 2 doesn't have as many characters, but the same really applies here. There's the characters everyone knows, like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and M. Bison. Notice almost everyone in Street Fighter, though, is, well, a fighter. We got boxers, sumo wrestlers, a dude in the army, but it's the fact that all of them, besides the villains, are fighting for fun, which really kind of throws me off. Except Chun-Li, who's fighting to avenge her dad, obviously. Now, for the last category, we got popularity. Now, when you think of fighting games, what do you think of? I'll give you a second. You most likely thought of Mortal Kombat because it's known as the father of fighting games, but believe it or not, Street Fighter 2 Alpha was one of the most popular fighting games of all time. Both MK and Street Fighter were popular enough to get live-action movies, with MK even spanning 2 shows, but you can decide if they're good or not. Now that we have all the factors, let's see who wins our second video game versus. Can I get a drum roll, please? The winner is... Yes, it was the Gore Fest of fighting games that took the title because the story was compelling, the gameplay is simple to pick up, and the quality for Xbox 360 and so on was great, as well as the glitches were one you could deal with and play fair. The characters may have been shallow, but Street Fighter wanted you to play the characters simply for them to have fun, but in MK they're literally fighting for the survival of their realm. And Street Fighter may have been more popular than Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat is the one that's so memorable it's stuck around as the fighting game. This has been Beatbox Blade, think it out of the box. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as share with your friends if you feel like it, and I will see you this Thursday with a brand new video. So for now, have a good one.